I've been to car shows all over this country, and I've never seen one like this.
Ain't nowhere to hide. Ain't nowhere to run. Ain't nowhere to hide. Ain't nowhere to run. The more can they do for men that ain't been done. Ain't nowhere to hide. Ain't nowhere to run. Ain't nowhere to hide. Ain't nowhere to run.
Over 1,100 Broncos are packed into Townsend, Tennessee at Super Celebration East. We're on the hunt to find the gnarliest, the craziest builds.
So we are entering the show field. So I'm going to look for my favorite half cab here. It could be crusty, it could be beautiful, but you know I'm a little drawn to the crusty ones, but we'll see which one I pick.
Looking for the gnarliest Bronco I can find. This might be it. Look at this Bronco 2. Solid axle swap. Old school Super Swampers. 35, 15 wide. This thing is a beast. Bronco 2 Brian, I know you watch our videos. You got some work to do, brother.
Should I make Bronco Man 6 drive this home?
What's the criteria? What are we hunting for? If we like them driven, we want to use these things. This one checks all the boxes for that. This Bronco has a story. I'm going to see if I can find out the owner and get that story for you. Nick, how long you had this Bronco?
I've had this for 4 years on the 5th motor. It's a 1989 Mustang motor, so it's a 5.0 roller.
So I noticed something on this, man. Did you notice the license plate says Eat Possum? Tell me, why does it say that, brother?
Pulled it out of the junkyard, like I said, it had been sitting there at least 20 years. Clean up around it, and it had a possum skeleton right in the back of it, and I just figured it was no perfect name than possum for it, therefore the Eat Possum plate.
Absolutely perfect, man. Great job.
Thank you. My plan is to drive it, wheel it, show it. Drove it 400 miles here, drove it 300 miles yesterday.
I love it. I love it. Last question I got for you, man. You ever going to bring it out west and hanging out with us West Coast guys?
I just put the overdrive transmission in it. I got 15 miles per gallon on the way here running 80. I would love to take it out west.
Nick, dude, it's a pleasure, man. Keep
Nice to
doing
meet
what
ya.
you're doing, brother. I love when we get these old Broncos back on the road, but they can be crusty. They can be rusty, and they can still be driven. We got our buddy Tyson. That's right. There's a bunch of us Northwest people here. Tyson, if you had to guess, what am I on the hunt for at this beautiful car show?
Guess a Gen 2.
Gen 2. What condition?
Rough as possible and ready to go bounce on some rocks.
Let's go hunt them. Let's find them right now. I love me a beautiful OBS Bronco, but that's not the one I'm on the look for today. Look at this homemade bumper. It is so cool. Look at the old school worn winch. You don't see this stuff anymore. This stuff just doesn't exist. Honestly, people, get more creative with your stuff. Make something at home. It's okay to do that.
All right, guys, I am looking for that half cab that fits me best. This one's pretty nice, but I think it might be a little taller than I like, and it's cut. I really prefer the uncut look for my Bronco. Let's go find it. I'm thinking that my Coyote needs to race this diesel. Am I gonna win? Oh, please.
Shh. If you watch our content, you know what I'm gonna do. That's right, her Bronco's still wrecked. I found Boss Lady a 66 U14 with the eyebrow girl. Let's see if I found her winner. It's absolutely stunning. Has the right seats in it. It is beautiful.
Might be Boss Lady size. It's pretty darn cute.
I'm still on the hunt for the gnarliest Bronco here in Tennessee. You guys know I love me a second gen Bronco. Don't think this is going to be the pick for me today. Nothing against this Bronco. It's absolutely stunning, but I have my eye on one. I'm going to show you guys here real soon. I've never in my life seen so many uncut Broncos. I dig it. If I had a Bronco I could build just to drive around, it would absolutely be uncut. This Bronco reminds me of the old man. This is Robert. He's from South Carolina. Robert, I got a 74 at home. It's stretched.
Yes, sir.
It's on 40s and tons. I got a 14 bolt.
Yep.
I got a Snow Fighter Dana 60 in the front.
Same thing.
Yep, I noticed that right away. It's one of the first things that drew me to it. I have coilovers front and rear. I noticed you did the coil spring with a trailing arm.
It's a work in progress.
Okay.
I originally had coilovers on the trailing arm, but my geometry wasn't just right. I didn't understand it enough then. I put coil springs under it. They've worked, but I do have plans of going back to a coilover in the rear.
What size coilover are you going to run in the rear?
I don't know. I'd love to get maybe a 16-inch travel.
Okay.
It's always changing. Every time I go somewhere, I change something else.
My wife is going to hear that, man. She's always telling me, how many times are you going to redo this darn thing, man?
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. Is there good crawling around here in Tennessee?
Oh, absolutely. We are in the heart of great crawling. Windrock isn't far from here. We go to Harlan, Kentucky. Golden Mountain isn't far from here. There's lots of great parks in this area, yes.
So what you're telling me is I got to talk my wife, little boss lady, into letting me bring my crawler out to Tennessee.
Absolutely.
Come hang out with you boys.
Hey, we'll go ride.
I love it, man.
Definitely.
Hey, this is an awesome Bronco. Please keep bringing it to events like this. Guys at home, you know, I like to see Broncos that are used, driven, some would say abused. Park them next to a beautiful one. It's okay. If you love Broncos, you love all of them.
That's right. We agree.
Man, I appreciate you,
All right.
bro.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
This Bronco is spectacular. Look at all the minor details of just the green on the undercarriage. His entire roll cage is done in this lime green. This is a spectacular show Bronco. I know it's not what Bronco Man 6, but you know me. I'm the pavement princess. This Bronco is gorgeous.
You guys always say Broncos are too expensive in the comments. Nobody can afford a Bronco. If you want to get into Broncos, in my opinion, this is the best generation to start with. Find yourself a good brick nose anywhere in America. You can afford it. Buy one. Come hang out with us.
I really like this half cab. It's a little crusty, which is right up my alley. And if I could have got anything that I wanted, we tried to find a U14 that I could just have patinaed, just keep it original, but we ended up with a frame, which is fine. I'm going to end up with a pretty Bronco. Bronco Man 6 says to me, you're going to cry the first time your Bronco gets scratched. And he goes, no, I'm going to cry the first time your Bronco gets scratched because I like him a little dingy. This is perfect. This is a one owner Bronco. That is amazing. So this is Arthur from Ocala, Florida, and we are going to talk to him about his Survivor Bronco.
All right, my Bronco, I bought it brand new, ordered it, and I've owned it for 56 years. And it's been more fun than any vehicle I ever owned. You can't beat them. You meet the best people, and it's just all around fun. It's just great to be a Bronco owner. Had my whole family in this Bronco, and we're going down this two-trail road. Well, I got down there, and it was full of water, and the water kept getting deeper and deeper, and it was night. It was just pitch black. Then all of a sudden, the lights went out in the Bronco, the motor quit. Please, God, don't let me be out here all night like this. I reached down there and hit the key. That truck cranked up and drove out of there. I couldn't figure out why the lights went out. Well, after I thought about it a minute, the reason lights went out is because the damn things were underwater. Other than that, it's just great all around. And the good thing about it, when I did break it, I could fix it.
So I was hoping that he could adopt me so I could inherit this, but I met his daughter, and I don't think that's going to happen.
That's all right. Is this Bronco going to stay in the family?
It sure is.
Good. Who's it going to next?
My daughter, Britain.
My dad's Bronco is this 1970 Sport, and we have pushed it over roots and stumps and made a road when there was no road. And the one time that I do remember is we were going down a road, and my sister and I were sitting in the back in two old-style lawn chairs. And there was no road because there was a tree across it. So Daddy, he started to go around, and my sister and I were in the back, and there was a huge rivet or stump or tree or something, and he hauled it over that tree, and my seat bottom fell out, and I went through the frame of the chair and was sitting like this until we got back to the main road. And my sister could not stop laughing at me.
That's a great story. So this is my favorite Bronco at this show. It is right up my alley. It's a U14. It's uncut. It's little, like me. It's got a lot of rust, and I think it's amazing. And the fact that it is one owner even makes it more perfect. I would absolutely take this home.
All right, guys, I'm out here on the hunt for the gnarliest Bronco I can find. This Bronco is stunningly beautiful, uncut, all original. It's not going to be my pick today. Not because it's not beautiful, just not gnarly enough for me. This is a gnarly bumper. Old school. Worn winch bumper on an early Bronco. I don't know, man. If I'm just getting, the older I get, I'm going to get more nostalgic. I just love the look of how this bumper looks on a Bronco that's clearly been used. I bet this Bronco has a story. The owner's not here, so I'm not going to get to hear it, but if you're watching this video, I dig your Bronco, buddy. You guys have watched enough of our content at Broken Bronco Garage. You know I love me a second-gen Bronco. I got one. It ain't nowhere near as pretty as these are, though. If I was looking for a show winner today that was a pretty Bronco, I could almost guarantee it would be in this section. Yes, I know, early Bronco folks, I have those. My rock crawler's an early Bronco, but there is not a better-looking Bronco in the world than a 78 or 79 Bronco, in my opinion.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Back. Second gen people agree with me. I saw this young man walking around here. I saw he had a stain on it. So I'm just going to cover that guy up, and we're going to make him a Bronco guy for the day, man. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, thanks.
I have no idea what she's been doing all day. I told you guys I was going to find the gnarliest Bronco out of 1100. I'm sorry, there's a lot going on here at Super Celebration Tennessee in the background. I found mine. She's over there looking for a cute, adorable Bronco.
Well, you know, not everybody wants a Bronco to be on rocks. And let's face it, that's part of the best thing about the Bronco community is you can have itty-bitty little uncut Broncos, and you can have huge rock Broncos.
This is the gnarliest Bronco here. This is a beast of a machine. 66 frame, Bailey built, purposely built crawler for Mr. Jim Creel of Wild Horses. I am in love with this Bronco. Small block Ford, turbo, everything. Check out the footage of it right here. Boss lady, please, please let me get one of these.
Baby, don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me no more. What is love?
At an event like this, it's not all just about looks. Let's see what these Broncos can actually do.
We've got the 66 to 77 class. We've got the 78 to 96. We've got your 6th gen Broncos. And then we've got prison rolls.
Let the games begin.
Worked all week, cleaned up, clean cut, and clean shaved. I got the cover off 68. Fired it up and let them horses sing a little pretty thing. A little tan leg Georgia dream. She's rocking them holy jeans. Baby, what you got going on Saturday? You know, word's got it, there's gonna be a party out of town about half a mile. Four-wheel drives and big mud tires. Musket down and wine. Oh, baby, you can find me in the back of a jacked up tailgate, sitting around watching all these pretty things. Get down in that Georgia clay and I'll find peace at the bottom of a real tall cold drink. I'm chilling with some Skinner and some old hay. Let's get this thing started. It's my kind of party. Baby, just do your thing. Give up your keys. Hell, why drive when you can stay with me? And then after a while, we sneak away from the bonfire. Walk by the moonlight and down to the riverside. Got you sipping on some moonshine. Baby, if you're in the mood and you can settle for one night of rodeo, you can be my tan leg Juliet, I'll be your redneck Romeo. Oh, baby, you can find me in the back of a jacked up tailgate, sitting around watching all these pretty things. I get down in that Georgia clay and I'll find peace at the bottom of a real tall cold drink. I'm chilling with some Skinner and some old hay. Let's get this thing started, it's my kind of party. Oh baby, you can find me in the back of a jacked up tailgate, sitting around watching all these pretty things. I get down in that Georgia clay and I'll find peace at the bottom of a real tall cold drink. I'm chilling with some Skinner and some old hay. Let's get this thing started, it's my kind of party.
From the cleanest rigs on the planet to the most gnarly ones, this is Bronco Super Celebration Tennessee. If you love Broncos as much as we do, hit that subscribe button. We got a ton more content coming up soon.
Subscribe right here. Subscribe.
This is Justin the Wild Horses, Sexy Ed from a Broken Bronco Garage.
Let's get that hug in there. Let's get that hug in there.
It is a pony, there's no doubt about it, but you bring a Mustang to a Bronco show, I'm putting a sticker on it. Hope you're watching. I say this all the time at home. Every Bronco should just be red. Boy, I'm starting to sound Southern.